To the Daily Sigh. It's Thursday, February 26th, and this is your Daily Sigh of relief. Great big deep breath in. Doesn't it feel good to be caught up, to know what's going on in the world? If you're an entrepreneur trying to keep up with what actually matters, this is for you. I go live every single business day at 6 p.m. Eastern. That's right now. And to the very best of my ability, I give you everything that matters in the business world across AI, markets, platforms, policies, apps, new launches, all in 15 minutes or less. If you want the Daily Sigh delivered directly to your inbox, go to dailysigh.ai. We can send it to you daily or weekly summary if that's what you prefer. Let's dive in. Story number one. Yahoo Finance reports that NVIDIA Q4 crushes estimates. The AI arms race accelerates. NVIDIA shattered earnings with $68 billion in revenue, driven by hyperscalers buying up all available compute. Y'all, the compute war is real. We don't have enough compute. We don't have enough power. This is critical for you to know, by the way, because AI tools are all working on a limited economy, which means that if you want to be found by AI, you have to make yourself very readily available and accessible. If you want your website to be found by AI engines, they're not going to expend a bunch of energy and effort on you. So you have to make sure your schema is clean, your website is fast, there's not a whole bunch of bloat. So important. Back to the article. NVIDIA officially sold out of chips until 2027, making the AI hardware layer a spectator sport for most entrepreneurs. The idea of running your own models on private hardware is effectively dead for 99% of all businesses. This is amazing. It's interesting to see what's going to happen because there's a huge vacuum in the space. And honestly, economics hate vacuums. So we're going to see what happens and who steps in to fill it. I have some theories that are all probably wrong. Your strategy must shift from building infrastructure to becoming a smart integrator of managed cloud AI services. If you want to know where the next real opportunity is from an entrepreneurial perspective, that's it. It's AI integration. The deeper pattern we're seeing here is a massive consolidation of the AI hardware layer by a few giants like Azure, AWS, and Meta. For the entrepreneur, leverage now lives in masterfully negotiating cloud discounts and shifting talent from infrastructure integration. So saith the article. From Reddit, Anthropic expands Claude with job-specific AI tools for HR and finance. Y'all, this shit is crazy. The fact that these AI tools are going so niche, like HR and finance are niche roles. Anthropic has launched verticalized AI tools specifically fine-tuned for the exact workflows of HR, finance, and banking. This is just the beginning, you guys. This is going to move into things like radiology and family law. The more niche, honestly, the better. And this is just the very beginning of what I think will be the AI tools eating every available digitized job. Back to the Reddit article, this signals the end of the generic chatbot era and the beginning of AI that already speaks the language of your bookkeeper and manager. Entrepreneurs can now cut implementation time and prompt engineering by buying pre-trained department-specific solutions. The real question I have is, how well are they trained? And depending on the niche too, like just having a bookkeeping AI, well, bookkeeping for an auto mechanic is very different than bookkeeping for, a dentist. So I'm just curious as to the degree to which they're going to be able to navigate that. Integration is becoming off the shelf, lowering the barrier for established businesses to automate core operations. Story number 3 from Reuters. Anthropic acquires Vercept, the push for desktop automation. Anthropic just acquired Vercept, a startup known for building AI agents that can automate desktop tasks and navigate complex workflows. This move directly targets the automation of routine computer-based labor, potentially threatening traditional virtual assistant roles in legacy software. For the entrepreneur, this means your workforce is about to include highly capable autonomous software agents that live on your desktop. This is Anthropic's additional push. If you haven't played with Claude Cowork, by the way, it's amazing. Anthropic is going deep on agentic AI because they have to. If you're not aware, ChatGPT bought what are they calling it now? OpenClaw for $2 billion. And Anthropic was leading the agentic race up until that point, and now they're actually lagging behind, which is why I think they went off and bought Vercept. So these agentic tools are going to be critical to the AI race, and if you're not playing with them, I think you're going to fall behind. I think it's absolutely worth you doing as long as possible, as much as possible. Our next story comes from Content Grip. Superhuman acquires Rose, the race to own the workflow. Productivity giant Superhuman acquired spreadsheet app Rose to build a unified AI productivity suite. These relational databases like Rose and Grist, I think it's called, and Airtable. They're absolutely worth looking at because they give you the data layer that you need in order to capture all the information that you would later want to feed into your AI. This signals a move to own the entire professional workflow from inbox to spreadsheet. Expect niche single-purpose tools to either be acquired or become full-stack platforms to survive. Some smaller stories from our backup story bank. Yahoo Finance reports that Meta secures multi-gigawatt AMD deal. We talked about that yesterday. I'll keep moving. From Economic Times, Stripe expresses interest in PayPal assets. Stripe is looking into acquiring PayPal assets, signaling potential of massive consolidation and payment processing. I don't know how that doesn't trigger an antitrust suit. That's way too many big players all getting in bed with each other. Entrepreneurs should seek to diversify their payment stacks now to mitigate future vendor risk. From Citizen Times, federal courts rule AI conversations are not privileged. A court ruled that business discussions on consumer AI platforms lack attorney-client privilege. This matters because it creates a critical need for secure enterprise-grade AI alternatives to protect proprietary data. From Fortune, Samsung introduces agentic AI on Galaxy S26. Y'all, agentic AI is going to be native to your mobile device. Samsung's new mobile series features agentic AI that can research across apps and manage schedules proactively. This is so interesting. It's the very first time I've ever actually wanted an Android, probably in 5 years. Proactive automation is moving to the OS level, setting a new standard on how we use mobile business tools. What's really interesting, too, is the fact that iPhone and Apple fell so far behind. Blows my mind. Practical e-commerce, Sintra AI launches all-in-one SMB platform. This is pretty cool. Sintra AI launched a 12-role-based assistance. So it's SEO, recruiting, data, among many others, that share a single knowledge base for small teams. It aims to replace a patchwork of tools with centralized, specialized platform for faster development. I'm not an affiliate, but go check out Sintra AI. Even if you don't like them, something along those lines could be really worth it for small businesses because that's, you could fire whole slews of agencies and potentially internal employees, sadly. Now, if you're watching live, I'd love to know, did I miss anything? Is there something that happened today or this week that you think I should be talking about? If so, hit me in the messenger. I can see what you're saying live. In the meantime, I really appreciate everybody who tunes in live. I see Jack over at EXB who just said, I like your hair. Thanks, Jack. I moisturize. Appreciate you. I also see Gribe, Farouk. It's Scott Gilbert. What's up, Scott? Camillo, always tuning in. Appreciate you. A.W. Wad Yasser. Soul Vibrations. Mark Kinnebrew. What's up, Mark? Member of my mastermind. Appreciate you being here. Have I missed a story that you think I should touch on? If I've touched on a story you'd like to talk about, feel free to hit me up in the comments. Otherwise, please do not forget, I go live every single business day at 6 p.m. Eastern to give you everything that I think matters in the business world. I read the news so you don't have to. I keep you up to date so you can focus on what matters to you. If you'd like to get the Daily Sigh delivered directly to your inbox, you can go to dailysigh.ai. I think that's all I got. I'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m.